Bluesboyjag here, yet another 4-string cigar box guitar lesson. Today we're doing a pretty interesting riff. It's similar to playing chords on a 6-string guitar, so if you are a 6-string guitar player, this will be right up your alley. It's sort of a Keith Richards-y, Stonesy kind of vibe. It also kind of is a country-ish rock vibe. Maybe, sort of, kind of, I don't know. Okay, so 4-string, tuned to G. This is an A string tuned down to G. And a D string tuned normal to D. G string tuned normal to G. And a B string normal to B. So low G, D, high G, and B. So this is sort of a Keith Richards-y thing, and let's just get right to it. So, that's a G chord. First finger on the first string, second finger on the, first string, first fret. Second finger on the second string, second fret, and third finger on the third string, third fret. It looks sort of like a C chord, also looks sort of like an F chord. So, we're going to do 3 variations of that chord. The first chord is first finger on 1, 1. And your second finger is going to be on 2, 2. Now the second chord, simply add your third finger to 3, 3. So first finger's on 1, 1, second finger's on 2, 2, third finger's on 3, 3. What we're going to do here is change chords. The last chord is open G, no fingers at all. So, first chord, first finger on 1, 1, second finger on 2, 2. Now, the second chord, you're going to add your third finger to 3, 3. So, start out with your first finger and your second finger only. Do 2 strums, and then you add your third finger to the third string, third fret. Then just play an open G, no fingers at all. So what we have is that's only 2 fingers for the first chord. First finger on 1, 1, second finger on 2, 2. The next one, you're going to add your third finger on 3, 3. And the third chord is no fingers whatsoever. Now, we can choose to do all sorts of different things once we get to that open G. We can do sort of a Keith Richards chugga-chugga boogie. Notice how I changed the strum pattern slightly on that last one there. That's the one I prefer. So, from the top, now that choking right there is definitely a Keith Richards kind of deal. So let's skip the choking for now and just do straight strums. Again, first finger on 1, 1, second finger is on 2, 2. Then you're going to add your third finger on 3, 3, and then no fingers at all. So first chord is only your 1 finger and your second finger. And then your second chord, just add your third finger on 3, 3. Last one is open. So basically what we're doing here is sort of a F to a C to a G. You can change your strum pattern to make it slightly more fancy. So here's an example of that. Here's the straight version. Notice how I'm choking with the fretting hand. That means I'm lifting the fingers off the fretboard, but not off the strings. So, and there's your Keith Richards, what I call chugga chugga. Chugga chugga. thumb, by the way, is doing nothing at all. So don't get your panties all in a wad going, what the hell you're doing with your thumb there? Nothing. It's just hanging out. That last part is just your first finger. I'm doing a lot of choking with the fretting hand, but that's your Keith Richards kind of deal. So what we have is ba-da, ba-da, ba, ba-da, ba-da, ba-da. Then we have ba-boo, ba-da, ba-da, ba. And you're like, what are you talking about? The second strum pattern is slightly different. The last one is boo-ba-da-bum-bum-bum. So first one is ba-da-ba-da-bum. Second one is boo-ba-da-bum-bum-bum. That's called syncopation or getting funky. All right, so from the top. That last one, just your first finger on the second string, second fret. I'm sorry, third string. So, notice how that second one is slightly different. The first one is ba-da, ba-da, ba, ba-da, ba, ba. The second one is boo-ba-da, ba, 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 ba. What does that mean? It's just real funky. Same idea, same chords, same fingers. I'm going to do it real slow. You're probably saying, yes, please, thanks. Notice I'm changing that strum pattern slightly on that second go round. It's ba-da, ba-da, ba, boo-ba-da, ba-ba-ba-ba. That's the best I can do. So. Real slow. Hey, Jag, that's still too fast. No problem. What's real fun is to speed this up. Once you get this down, it's really good practice to practice doing that. What? It's really good practice to practice that. Does that make sense? It's a good idea to practice that, that's what I'm trying to say. So when I get a riff, sometimes I'll start out slow and I'll get the basic idea of it. Then I'll practice it fast and then I'll actually finish the song and maybe record it slow. The reason I do that is to make sure I can get that riff down properly, even if it's faster. In other words, that does tighten up your accuracy. You may not want to ultimately play that song fast, but it's not a bad idea at all to practice it fast. All right, so. Even want to practice it like really fast. That will help you out as far as accuracy, and who knows, you might want to change up your song and play it slightly faster. So what are we doing here as far as the theory side of this, Jag? Well, this is sort of a G suspended chord. That's your good old-fashioned Keith Richards. But we're doing the open version of it. Then when we do that second chord, I'm adding that D, E, F. So it sounds like you're playing a whole different chord. Well, you aren't playing a whole different chord, but it sounds like you're like moving up to a whole different spot on the neck, but you're not. So it's just sort of a little trick here. Makes it sound a whole lot fancier than it really is. Notice I'm choking up here because I just like to do that. Now, you don't have to choke like that. Here is the riff without choking. It sort of sounds like piano to me because you're playing a note down here and then you're stretching your fingers up to the high note and you're keeping the low notes going at the same time. Now, as far as the funkiness, I'm just doing a choke. So check this out. I've been doing this for a long time and a lot of my lessons have this. And that's your Keith Richards, what I call chugga chugga. So every single down strum, I'm choking, and every single up strum. If you look real close, these fingers are flopping everywhere. So if I go... you can see there's just a whole lot of variations. It sounds like I'm playing 98 chords. I'm really only playing 2 different shapes. And this one right here was a bar chord, barring on the 5th fret. And that's your Keith Richards. So your first finger is on the 5th fret barring, your second finger is on the 2nd string, 6th fret. And then your 3rd finger is on the 3rd string, 7th fret. And that is actually... that's where that chord comes from. Well, that's not where it came from originally, but Keith Richards isn't that old. Anyway, you get the idea. So it's really sort of a little sleight of hand. It sounds like I'm playing 3 chords, and I am playing 3 chords, but it sounds like, to the uninitiated, I'm jumping to different frets on the fretboard to play all those. But I'm not. You don't have to jump around. I'm just moving a couple fingers. So it's a really interesting melodic sort of a thing. And you can mess around with this and do stuff like... you can also do that bar chord and use that first finger on the 6th fret. So I'm barring on the 5th string. This is sort of a Keith Richards thing, kind of combined with what I've been teaching you here on this lesson. So 2nd finger on 1-6, and your 3rd finger is going to be on 2-7. You can also do 1st finger on 2-6, and your 3rd string on 3-7. So you have, and then you have, and you're only moving 1 finger. So you can throw those chords in a lot of songs. Let's say I'm in the key of G, and I'm going to do like a bluesy kind of a thing. Then I go up to the C chord. There you go. It just gives it more flavor and kind of puts the Keith Richards signature on there. So thanks for watching. Please keep those requests coming. I've got a whole slew of them I'm working on still. one at a time, folks. I appreciate your patience. Check out the website, jagshouse.com. Cigar box guitars just like this one for 20 years. I've also got a new website called bluesboyjag.com. So check out both of those. Please subscribe, and we'll see you next time.